Guess they won't let us stream this game. Cause it kicked us every time I had it streaming.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And off we go from Nashville. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
People like watching my games. The league. Oops.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
Oh, yeah.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage.
A Luo cone.
No gain on the game's first
It's going to be
play.
a long
And
fucking day.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else.
Good hit, boy.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well,
that was his first pass, so I ain't gonna front.
It's going to take at least one more target.
Would have been a fucking gorilla pass,
Took
bro.
a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Off play action. Nielsen. And
let's go.
Broken up. Well, the contact
was hidden.
Well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to
chose
find ways
me.
to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down.
And yeah,
third down
you
defense
can fuck them.
Gonna be vital
Kind
in
of
this
power
game,
play.
able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Here's Jones on the return.
Let's go, Jones.
Able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Keep that boy honest out here.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run with Etienne. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Slot man moves right. A give to Etienne running right. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 29.
You shouldn't have caught. Man, you shouldn't have said that. That was some BS. believe you accepted that. Mm-mm-mm.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot.
You boys playing some fucking football.
They want to be aggressive.
I ain't even got to guess that shit down in the backfield.
It puts them in that position.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage
It's a
on
great
the right
fucking
side.
read.
Sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Steps away to his left, and this is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Nielsen. And this is going to be intercepted.
That dude did some crazy shit.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had.
I don't like that one though.
Turnover,
sorry.
the scoring themselves.
Sorry, your team did some bullshit.
Was their partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Boy got Justin Fields back there.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Check the box.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground for first and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. ETN once more. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. In motion left goes a tight end. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And some room to maneuver. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, 43 yards. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Why y'all kick so hard, dog? This is the first game of the year.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
It's caught by Hooper. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On 1st and 10, Nielsen. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second
Glad you ain't throw it to your running back. That nigga wide open, boy.
And they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to throw again. Forced out to his left. And
Pick it off, dog.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 72 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Another tote for Etienne. Oh, able to. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Yes. Woo.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On first down, Nielsen. Buying time to his left. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing.
These motherfuckers is fucking playing football, man.
First down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage?
Okay,
that's what they did there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Nielsen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.